So, you listen to most of your music through your PC and you want a wicked system to listen to it through, but you don't know where to start. Well, you've come to the right video, because I'm going to show you exactly how to set up a wicked system for your PC, and trust me, it couldn't be easier. On the back of almost every PC are these three jacks, red, green and blue. The green is for your front speakers, the blue is for your rear speakers, and the red is split into centre and subwoofer, left and right. Now in order to hook up those jacks to some amps, you're going to need a cable. Now I recommend getting a 3.5mm jack to dual RCA, right? This is why it looks like you can get these off eBay for like, I don't know, £1, £52. They're so cheap off eBay. Just go on eBay. I buy 3 of them and I'll plug the jack into each colour. So jack in the green, the red and the blue. Once you've plugged your wires into your sound card, you need to change your sound card settings so it's set on 5.1 surround sound mode. Most of them look a little bit like this. It's a speaker configuration or equivalent, and then change it from 2 speaker mode to 6 speaker mode, 5.1. And then you can see there it's changing the green to front, the blue to rear and the red to centre / subwoofer output. And now I can also swap which side centre and subwoofer come out of, so it switches left to right depending on which way my thing's configured, which is quite handy. Yours might do that as well. And usually you can click on each speaker to test that it's working the way you've got it set up. Once that's done, you need to get your hands on some amps and some speakers. That's fairly easy to do. You can find integrated stereo amps cheap on eBay. You can find them at your cash converters or similar, Best Buy, anything like that. You've got a load of old amps or something laying around your home. For my fronts, I plug the RCAs left and right into the auxiliary channel of my Technics amplifier, which I bought for £40 off eBay. And the speakers that I've got on that are my Rotels on the main and the Tamashis on the remote. Plugged into my rear jack are my Goodman satellites. Now luckily I didn't need a RCA to jack wire for that, because it already came with a jack on the end of the wire, which is handy. Now the centre and subwoofer is where it starts getting a little bit confusing. Here you've got your 2 RCAs that came from the red jack in the back of your PC. Let's take that one as centre and that one as subwoofer, okay? So you've only got one of them, that's giving the subwoofer signal. So what I do, if you've got an amplifier that takes in a left and a right, so basically it needs 2 of these, get what's called an RCA splitter, which is what looks like this. It's got one pointy bit on one end and 2 holes on the other end, okay? And also get one of these, which is a female to female, okay? Get your red one with a subwoofer signal in it. Put in the female to female. And then plug in your splitter. And now that's turned it into 2 subwoofer signals that can go to left and right on your amplifier. This is very handy if you're using a power amp, for example, where you need left and right signals for it to work. Not so necessary for car amplifiers which are monoblock, because it can deal with, you can plug just that one in and leave the other one empty if it's a car amp that's monoblock. Once you've done that, just get a simple RCA to RCA lead. It goes, plugs in there and plugs in the amp on the other end. Now for your centre speakers, you can do the exact same thing with the other jack. With the one signal, split it into 2 and whack it into a stereo amplifier. Now if you're working with a laptop, then what you need to do is you need to get yourself an external sound card, which basically gives you the same 3 pins as what's in the back of your PC, like I'll show you. Here's an external sound card, and in the back you've got this exact same 3 holes that you've got in the back of your PC, except they won't be colour coded, but they'll be labelled instead, which makes it even easier. And once you've done that, you do the exact same wiring and everything to your speakers. And remember, it doesn't stop there. You can keep adding wire after wire, splitter after splitter, to enable you to have ridiculous numbers of amps running off your one PC. You know, you could buy enough splitters to run off 10, 12 amps off the same PC if you're that crazy. For example, for your bass, you could have 3 crown amps. For your mids, you could have 2 or 3 integrated amps, and then you could have an amp for each rear speaker. You could have a separate amp for your centre speaker. You could have separate amps for your left and right main. If you've got an 8-channel surround sound card, you can have side speakers as well and have a separate amp on there. The key to doing this is leads. Buying splitters, buying different leads to fit different amps, to different jacks, different speakers, different amps. It's all about connectivity. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. You have to buy the right leads to connect it to the right system. eBay is one of the best places for leads I've found. 99p will get you practically any lead you want, any connector, any splitter, and you're done. So there you go. How easy was that? Not a challenge at all. Anyone can do it. It's so easy, and you'll feel good about yourself because you feel that you've made yourself a system that's not like anyone else has got before. It's your own personalised system that you can fine tune and tweak exactly how you want it to sound your room, to sound your music likings, anything you want. If you've got any questions on anything you've seen today, or any questions on laptops or how to set them up on PC, or anything that I haven't quite gone through properly, leave me a comment, leave me a message, and I'll get back to you ASAP. So peace out and get building.